Welcome back to another review. We're back with another one for this month, and this review is basically for the tribute to Ray Liotta because he suddenly passed away last year in his sleep. Which it didn't really say what he died of, but it said he died in his sleep, so I guess that's close enough. So I did a review. Well, not review. I watched this movie. I waited until this movie came in the mailbox, the Blu-ray of this film. It only cost me like $15 from eBay or something like that. I bought this. It's like a brand new or some shit like that. And this film is called No Escape from 1994, which stars Ray Liotta. And how I heard about this movie? I heard about this movie from a YouTuber named Kung Fu Hot Dog. Yeah. Funny, isn't it? His name's Kung Fu Hot Dog. I was like scrolling around on the subscription box, and a video popped up of him talking about this movie, saying it's a badass, it's a very masculine film. Well, I would say very masculine film. I mean, I understand this movie is full of, a sausage fest. This whole movie is a big sausage fest. There's no women in this movie. None at all. There's no hot chicks in here. There's no ugly chicks. Nothing. No females. It's all dudes fighting it out, which that's pretty cool too, but still, it's a whole sausage fest. But anyways, this is not a bad movie or anything, I enjoy it for what it was, I give it like a 6 out of 10 or something like that. It's not a bad movie. It's not. The movie kind of drags, to be honest with you. The movie does kind of drag. Like, there's a couple of scenes that should have cut out of this movie. They made it a little more shorter, because this movie is 2 hours and 12 minutes. Just to let you know, they should cut out at least 20 minutes of this film, at least. And who directed this fucking movie? I never looked up who directed this movie. I looked it up to see who's in here besides Ray Liotta. Also, who else is in this movie? Is Ernie Hudson's in here, Michael Lerner. If anyone don't know who Michael Lerner is, he's this fat guy with glasses. He's always like an asshole. He's a fat asshole. That's his whole character. He's just like a big fat asshole. Like, almost every movie, he acts like a big fat asshole. Like, almost every movie. Elf, Godzilla, you name it all. But besides that, Ray Liotta's in here, Ernie Hudson, Michael Lerner, Kevin Dillon, Matt Dillon's brother. He's in here. Lance Henriksen. Sorry about that. I got fucking stuck saying his last name. And the funny thing is about Lance Henriksen is that in this movie, he's actually a good guy. Because most of the time you see Lance Henriksen, he's a bad guy. He's always playing a bad guy. But here is like a rare movie. He plays a good guy. I know it's not the first time he played a good guy, but most of the time he plays a fucking villain. Hard Target. What's the other fucking movie? Hard Target. Stone Cold. Whole bunch of other shit. He plays a fucking bad guy. So, here, he's a good guy. I'm like, what the hell's going on here? Lance Henriksen is the good guy? Alright, this is getting really fucking weird here. That's like saying if the actor who plays Shang Tsung plays a good guy. You know how fucking weird that'd be? That guy is always a fucking villain. Most of the fucking time, he's a fucking villain. How you pronounce his name? Cary Hiroyuki Tagawa? That guy's always a fucking villain. Every fucking movie you watch, he's always a fucking villain. Like, it's weird to see that guy be a good guy. That'd be fucking weird. Just like with Lance Henriksen. He's like, what the fuck? That guy's supposed to be a bad guy. Somehow he's a good guy in this movie? That's fucking weird. Well, anyways, this is directed by a guy named Martin Campbell, which that sounds very familiar. Martin Campbell. Oh, he's the guy who directed The Protege. That was a great movie, The Protege. I have that fucking movie. I have that shit. That shit's fucking awesome. Yeah, Martin Campbell's not a bad director. He's like a mixed director. He has like good movies, he has bad movies. He's mixed because he also did GoldenEye with Pierce Brosnan. He also did The Mask of Zorro. He did he did another James Bond movie with fucking the other asshole, Casino Royale. He did that one. But he's not a bad director. He's pretty mixed at making movies. Because I watched that other one last year called Memory with Liam Neeson, and that was pure awful. That was diarrhea dump in a diaper. That shit was fucking terrible. But somehow, a year before Memory, he made The Protege, and that was a classic. But all of a sudden, the next year, he makes the movie Memory with Liam Neeson. It's like, what the fuck kind of movie is this? Like, this shit sucks. I don't know how this movie got a 5.7. It should be way lower than that. It should be like a fucking 1 out of 10. That's how fucking garbage that shit was, Memory. Whatever you do, guys, do not watch Memory. Do not watch it. You're gonna fucking get brain cancer or something. Don't watch that fucking movie. I love Liam Neeson as an actor in his other fucking movies, but that shit's awful. God, jeez, that's fucking terrible movie. So, no escape. So, this is the plot of the movie. So, what happens here is that in the beginning of the movie, what happened in the beginning of the movie? Somehow, oh yeah, they're showing this beginning credits of these three fucking, I guess, generals or something like that, waiting until the soldiers will walk down the aisle or something like that. Then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, fucking Ray Liotta shoots one of the generals and kills him, and he goes to jail. I'm like, what the fuck? That was so random. Like, all of a sudden, like, they're showing these beginning credits and shit, and then all these soldiers started marching down. It's like, 1, 2, 3, 4. All of a sudden, fucking Ray Liotta shows out of nowhere. Bang! Kills one of the generals standing there. I'm like, what the fuck happened here? That was just so random. And then he goes to jail, this and that, you know, future prison and shit. Michael Learns this fat asshole warden go like rah, 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 out of his ass, like he's talking shit. That's how he always is in every movie. Michael Lerner, he's always this fat asshole that yells all the time because he's fat and he's an asshole. He's like a fucking, he look like he'd be Newman's cousin or something like that from Seinfeld. He's Newman's cousin or something. So yeah, Michael Lawrence, a warden, fucking Ray Liotta goes to prison for killing the general because, you know, one, because he has PTSD, and two, the general's probably a fucking asshole. So there you go. So he goes to jail and he's stuck with this crazy guy, trying to help him, you know, not get himself in trouble, this and that. And then all of a sudden now they grab one of his prison buddies, and you know. So the warden got the fucking prisoner, you know, chained up, and he wants Ray Liotta to tase him with the fucking taser. Ray Liotta refuses. Michael Lawrence points a gun at his prison buddy, and fucking Ray Liotta's like, fuck it, I'll do it. But he ends up fucking tricking Michael Lerner. He grabs Michael Lawrence and points a gun at his head, and also he lets him go. He's like, fuck it, let him go. And then now he gets thrown into this jungle, and he's forced to, you know, run away from these crazy ass people in this forbidden jungle, forbidden island or something like that, with these crazy ass people. And this maid leader guy, I don't know who played this maid leader guy in this movie. Well, I forgot what his fucking name was. I gotta look it up again. It was Stuart Wilson. He plays the main villain, Stuart Wilson. He's also in Lethal Weapon 3 and A Massive Zorro, another movie by Martin Campbell. So, yeah, so he's like the main leader of his whole fucking crazy crew, and this and that, and this, you know, island and shit, Absalom, what do you call it? And he fucks with Ray Liotta. He makes Ray Liotta fight this fat guy, and Ray Liotta easily beats him by shooting an arrow in his head while the fat guy was screaming. He's like, Ray Liotta just shoots a fucking arrow in his head and he just kills him. I thought that was pretty hilarious. He just kills the fat guy, and that's it. And then fucking, then he pushed fucking Stuart Wilson's dumbass into the fucking water, and he takes his fucking rocket launcher gun, and he runs out of the fucking forest being chased by these motherfuckers. There's like a whole Benny Hill thing going on there. So he gets the fuck out of there, and they're still like shooting like arrows and shit in his leg and shit. And they put sleeping darts into him. He falls off this fucking water, falls off this cliff into the water. And these peaceful people find him, Lance Henriksen and his crew, with Kevin Dillon and Ernie Hudson. So they find him, and then they took care of him and shit. And now he's like walking with a cane for a little bit, Ray Liotta. And he's like talking to Lance Henriksen about he needs to get the fuck out of there. You know, he needs to get a boat and leave the island. And they always had a hard time trying to get out of there because, you know, the warden and the guards and shit still watch that private island and shit from anyone escaping and shit. So they have a hard time trying to escape. But every time they try to escape, they shoot like fucking rockets and shit to blow up their technologies and whatnot. That's what they do. They try to like figure out how to get out of there. Ernie Hudson's like this stuck-up guy. He doesn't like Ray Liotta because he knows Ray Liotta might be trouble and shit. And he's always stuck up, all that stuff like that. And we all know who Ernie Hudson is. Like, come on, he's from Ghostbusters. How do you not know who Ernie Hudson is? But anyways, also the other guy, Ian McNeice. If you don't remember him from Ace Ventura: When Nature Calls, he's in here. Remember, he was Ace's fucking assistant. He always helped him out in the jungle, trying to find shit and whatnot. He's in this movie. He was oh, fuck it. I'm not gonna spoil it for you guys. I'm not gonna spoil it. But anyways, he's in here. I forgot who else is in here. Well, one of the guys from Star Wars in here too, Don Henderson. Remember that scene, episode 4, where they all sat down in this fucking meeting room, and like one of the guys was like, "Yeah, this is him right here. Imagine him with a beard on right now. That's him in No Escape movie. He has like a beard, and he makes this this weird type of drink, and fucking Ray Liotta drinks it, and he's like, it's like really gross and shit, and fucking he gets pissed off and shit at him. It was like one of the funniest things in this movie. He like really fucking pissed off. The drink tastes like really awful. It tastes like piss. I was like laughing my ass off. So the thing is, Kevin Dillon, Matt Dillon's brother, he shows him around the place, meets this hillbilly guy with really fucked up yellow teeth, like he brushed his teeth in fucking decade. And he was talking to him, and this hillbilly guy was talking about Fruit of the Loom underwear or something. I'm like, what the fuck? I want to hear about men's underwear? What the hell? I mean, I'm not surprised because the whole island is full of Sausage Fest, so there's no chicks, so. Oh yeah, by the way, the whole, rocket launcher gun you saw in the beginning of this movie, if you watch this movie, you don't see that gun again until like the very end of the movie. Is when you see that gun again, the mini rocket launcher gun. You don't see that gun until the very end of the film, just to let you know. Anyone that haven't seen it yet, you won't see that gun until like the very end of the movie, right at the end. But anyways, what else fucking happens? Yeah, he meets all these people. He meets Lance Henriksen, the father of the whole village and shit. He's like this nice guy. He wanted to help this village out and stuff like that. He's like the whole leader of the village. They call him the father. It's still weird seeing him as a good guy. It's still fucking weird. Well, anyways, fucking Ernie Hudson's one of his right hand man. Besides that, he has this Chinese dude. He knows great martial arts. I mean, of course, he's Chinese. He wants to know martial arts. He's Chinese. He wants to know kung fu. Kung fu! But he does kick a lot of ass this movie. He does. I wish they used some more of this movie. I wish they did. I wish they used some more in this movie with his action and shit. He does kick a lot of ass in here. But anyways, what else happens there? I'm trying to remember all the other shit I remember happened in this fucking movie. I remember they had like this one party and all these dudes are like dancing around to some fucking 70s music and shit. Listen to Casey and the Sunshine Band or something like that. I think it was Boogie Shoes. I was like getting down to that song. I was like, yeah. That shit was funny as hell. Yeah, there's like a couple of funny scenes in this movie I did chuckle at though. And then later on, these guys get tired of fucking Merrick. Merrick? Did they pronounce his name Merrick? Yeah, they get tired of fucking Merrick, and like they get tired of his bullshit. And like one of the guys like, we were at Ray Liotta to be our leader, and Merrick got pissed off and chopped the guy's head off. Well, he laughed about it after he cut his head off. So as his men are starving for food, they decided to attack Lance Henriksen's fucking crew and shit, and they go to the fortress and start attacking them and shit. This and that happened. Big fight happens, and not bad action, pretty decent action with these scenes, whatnot. Like I said, I like the best part with this Asian guy with his fucking martial arts moves and shit. He was like one of the best parts of the whole, fight war scene going on. He's like one of the best parts. Like I said, I wish they used him more in this movie. He really kicked ass in this movie. Any martial arts film kicks ass, to be fair. I mean, not all of them. There's a lot of bad ones, too. A lot of bad martial arts films out there. Well, anyways, yeah. Like, this movie, it has pretty decent action. I really enjoy this action it has in here. And whatnot. But I don't want to spoil the ending or anything like that. I don't want to spoil the ending. I mean, the fucking warden got what's coming to him. I'll tell you that. That fat fuck got what's coming to him. But that's all I'm going to say. But, yeah, you haven't seen this movie, you got to check this movie out. This movie is a pretty decent film. You should check this movie out. You probably really enjoy it more than me. But do you know what's ironic about this? You know what's ironic about this movie? The timeline of this movie is 2022. Ray Liotta died in 2022. Isn't that ironic? Sounds very suspicious to me.